Hi everyone, I'll be explaining the merge sort algorithm. So merge sort is basically a divide and conquer algorithm. So by divide and conquer algorithm, I mean that we divide the problem into sub problems and then we solve the sub problems first, and then we combine the result of sub problems to solve the bigger problem. Okay, so for example, these are the list of element 2, 13, 5, 6, 4, 8. So since it's a divide and conquer algorithm, what we are going to do is we will divide the algorithm into divide the input into two parts. So let's say first part is 2, 13, 5 and second part is 6, 4, 8. Okay, so now I have my input set is smaller, like 2, 3, 5 is one set and 6, 4, 8 is second set. Okay, so again I'll divide it into two parts. Let's say I make a cut here. Okay, so 2, 13 is one part and 5 is another part, and here 6, 4 is one part and 8 is another part. Okay, so again we'll divide it into sub problems, sub parts. 2, 13, 5, 6, 4, 8. Okay, I made a cut here. So now our problem set is like very small, right? What we can do is now what we have to do is we have to start combining these two input sets with one another. Since each list have one element, right? 2 and 13, we'll compare 2 and 13. So 2 is smaller, right? Then 2 will come first and 13 will come last. Now next is 5. We have to combine 2, 13, these two. Consider these as a two separate list which we have to combine. So this is how we can merge it, like 2, 13 is the list 1, right, and list 2 is 5. Okay, so now my like I'll start looping over both the list, like 2 and 5 is the first element of this list. I'll compare 2 and 5. 2 is smaller, right? So 2 will come first, right, and my pointer will move to the next element of this list, and this will stay at the same position. Like this is I0, let's say, right? This is J0. Now this we have already picked, so I will be 1 and J will still stand at 0. So now we will compare 5 and 13. 5 is smaller, right? 5 will come first, right? Then there are no more elements. What we can do is we can iterate over the next list and we can add all the remaining elements. So what we have now is 2, 5 and 13. And similar way we can combine these three lists. So first let's compare 6 and 4, right? 4 is smaller, 4, 6 is one list and 8 is another. 4, 6 and 8, right? So 4 is smaller, we'll pick 4. Now we'll move to next element, 6 and 8. 6 is smaller, 8, right? 4, 6, 8. Okay, now we have to combine these two lists. So 2, 5, 13 and here 4, 6, 8. We compare 2 and 4. 2 comes first, right? We'll remove this. Next we compared 5 and 4, right? We picked 4 because 4 is smaller, and now we are here. We compared 5 and 6. 5 is smaller, we picked 5. Then we compared 13 and 6, right? 6 is smaller, we picked 6, right? Now 13 and 8 we compared, we picked 8, and now we are left with 13. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 13 is our output. So this is the sorted list. Okay, so now with this algorithm, if you see, we are dividing the problem into sub problems. Like every time we are dividing the list into half, right? So wherever we divide divide the input set, right, the complexity is O(n), and this, since there are n elements, so complexity will be O of log n. Now let's write the code for the same. All right, so I have picked the same input, like where it is 2, 3, 13, 5 and 5, 6, 4, 8. Okay, so first is like we have to divide the list into subparts. Let's say this list has these elements, we have to make a cut here, right? And So how we can divide the list into two parts? Mid is low plus high minus low divide by 2. And this is just to avoid the overflow. Okay, so next is we have to keep on doing the same thing again and again till we are, yeah, so we have to keep on dividing the list. Like here we first made a cut, right? Then this is our left half and this is our right half, right? Like if 5 is mid, right, then next list is low to mid and right list is mid plus 1 to high. Let's rename it array. Here our first list is still mid and second list is mid plus 1 comma high, right? So now when we'll have to stop, right, because this is recursion. So till when will like till how much time basically we have to divide this list, right? So here if you observe, we stop when list was like had only one element. Like one element means this, if this is low, this is high, right? Then here in this case low and high will be equal, right? So I can add this condition. We have to keep on doing the same thing till low is less than high, right? Just format it, right? So which means is this is a let me adjust it. Yeah, so here my merge sort will have array comma 0 and mid is 0 1 2, mid will be 2, and in next merge sort will have array mid plus 1 3 comma 5, right? And we'll keep on doing this so till we get the single element, right? Now once we have the single element, once recursion is ended, right, what we have to do is we have to merge these two, merge these lists together, right? So post dividing we can call merge array, right, and 0 I mean low and then mid and then high, right? So now yeah, so we can write this merge method. So what we can do is, like if you notice here, so we assume these two as a single list, right? For example 2 5 13 is one list, 4 6 8 is another list, right? So first we should know the size of the list, right? And then is when we can create two list left and right, and then we can start comparing left and right list. Okay, so let's say M is my first list. So here I'm trying to figure out how many elements of first list will have, that is mid minus low, right? Yeah, mid minus low, and here my second list will have high minus mid, right? Since now my array is starting from 0, right, I'll have to add 1. Okay, now next step is to create these two lists with this size. In left list I'll rename it name it left, new int, and here number of elements is M, right? And here is my right list, right? New int N, right? So here I'll be populating this left and right list from the original list, right? So I less than M, right? I plus plus So here I'll have to add int, right? Now I'll start L of I, L of 0th position. What I have to store is I have to pick the element from the array, since this list is starting from low, right? So whatever is low plus I, right? And then I'll copy the same. Now we'll populate the second right list, right? So here, right now let's think about how, from where in this array second list will start. Second list will start from mid, right? So what we can do is mid plus I, right? Alright, now we have all these two lists, left and right. We have to compare these two lists, right? So for example, this is left list and this is right list. We have to iterate over both the list and start comparing, right? And will form the second list. So I'll start from I0 comma J0, right? And this is a counter to modify the original list, right? While a left list has element, right? If both the list has elements, then only we will compare, right? Now what we will check is if left list element is less than the right list element, then what we'll do is we'll modify the original array, which is starting from low plus I, right? And we will else I'll explain in a minute what we are doing here. Not k. Yeah, so what we're doing here is, so if you see, we are comparing these two lists, left and right? So if left is smaller, then we will add left into the final array low plus k, right? Low is the base from where our left list is starting, so we'll always add low plus, right? K is 0, so low plus 0, 2 we added in the first list, and then we incremented I pointer, like because we picked 2, right? We have to move the pointer to next element, which is 13, right? If let's say here is 5 and here is 2, right? If right element if this element is bigger than this, then we will increment the j pointer, right? And obviously, like we are adding element into the array, we increment the key also, right? Now there can be scenario, so if one list has more element and second list has less element, right? So we are running the loop only if both the lists have element. So what we can do for the remaining element is we can iterate this list, right? And we can simply insert this into the original list. So for example, so this if I has some elements left, right? If I is still less than m after running this loop, what we have to do is we will again do the same thing, right? Low plus k, and we will okay, and here is k plus plus. Now if j is less than n, if let's say second list is bigger, right? Here is left. What we're gonna do is low plus k, same thing, but this time we will insert the right list elements j plus plus, right? And here k plus plus will move to the So let's go through the code. If we have covered all these scenarios, right, we are populating the left list, creating the left list, then we are creating the right list, and then we are iterating over both the list, and it's left, right, left, and here is the right. Let's try to run this code now. Yeah, so there is some problem. Oh, okay, so this is let's use the same name for consistency. Array, and this is array, and this is array. Low plus high minus low, we divided the list into two halves, low, mid, high, right? And now mid minus low plus 1, and n is high minus mid, right? So here we are creating the two list, m and n, right? Here left list is array low plus I and mid plus 1. I think, okay, so what we are doing here is let's again run through an example. So we are creating these left and right lists here, right? So array of what we are doing is, since left list is starting point is low, right, we are doing low plus I, and since we are populating here the right list, right, and the element array element starts from 0, so we should do here mid plus I plus 1, right? And see if everything is right. J less than n. Oh, here should be j, right? Yeah, it works this time. 2 4 5 6 8 13 is our sorted output. Let's run now, or maybe here we'll change it to 18, right? Let's see if it still works. Yeah, it works. Okay, thank you everyone, thanks for watching.